So as you guys know, the Mike Tyson Jake Paul fight is happening tomorrow night, or maybe if I don't post this tonight, it's going to be happening today. Wherever you're in the world, it's going to be happening very soon. And I don't know if you guys saw this, but a crazy event happened. There was a clipping that took place, and if you don't know what a clipping is, it's like Terrell, like scooter clip. It's like a clip, like a clip, like that's just what like people in Canada call it. And I'm from Canada and stuff, so that's what we call it down there. But so the clipping happened at the press conference. You might be wondering, wow, who clipped who? You might be thinking, oh, Jake Paul probably went up and did a little clip. Nope. Mike Tyson was the one who walked up and went. Oh! And he clipped him right in the face. His face turned that way for a second, turned it back. See, my personal thoughts is that, well, Mike Tyson used his right hand, and Mike Tyson does fight at an orthodox, not southpaw. So that was more of his power hand, if we're being real. And so when that connected, we all know Mike Tyson has a lot of power in his hand. He can hit very fast. He has a lot of power in his right hand. I would assume he has more power in his right hand than his left hand. Just a little thing I'm thinking. But you might be thinking, wow, what happened? How did this clipping take place? Well, we actually have the footage here, if you haven't seen it. Check it out. Yeah, he just walks up, boom, smacks him right across the face. Someone might call it a B-word slapping, which I'm not going to say that, obviously. So the slapping took place. I'm sure when that happened, Jake Paul felt a lot of intensity in his face. While his face, if you put it in very slow motion, it moves to the side a little bit, like that, like it moves to the side. So when the clipping connected on his face, it moved his face or skin to the side, which is why I believe that the clipping did actually hurt him or sting him. But as you can see, Jake Paul gets up and he goes, and then he starts showing his thing, implying that it doesn't hurt and he didn't feel the pain. And he's also implying that Mike Tyson's punch or clip, depending on where you're in the world, didn't really affect him too much. Now, as I've said, Mike Tyson is an orthodox fighter. He uses his southpaw, or he uses his right hand to hit. And obviously, he didn't get a full swing. He had to go kind of close quarters. He didn't get a full extension. So I'm assuming the clipping was not as powerful as it would have been if they were farther away from each other by like a few inches. Mike Tyson does not have the longest arms. So I think he figured if he got close, he'd be able to just go like clip, which is what he did. I'm not sure. When you watch it in full speed, it doesn't look like it was too much power. It looked like it was more just like a... But if you watch it in slow motion, you slowly see his face move this way. So this is why I anticipated that something would happen at one of these press conferences. The fight goes down tomorrow. So basically, I'm just thinking that clipping, wow, that must have hurt. And when I saw that, I was like, whoa, Jake Paul, get some ice on your face, because that clipping that connected might have hurt your face. Because we all know Mike Tyson, even though he's 64, he's very good at clipping still. We're going to see it tomorrow night. Getting into that soon, I will say my picks. So stay to the end of the video. So basically, my final thoughts on the clipping, before we start getting into my picks, is that I think the clipping did actually hurt Jake Paul slightly for the first 10 seconds. And then I believe Jake Paul, he didn't move. If he backed up or wobbled a little bit, I would have been like, he was a little bit affected, and that would have been way more embarrassing. But he has Logang in the crowd, and Nina, his Logan Paul's wife, and he obviously didn't want to look like a clown in front of them. And we've already known, he keeps saying he's very afraid of Mike Tyson. It seems like Jake Paul sort of crawled up. So what I believe is the motivation behind the clipping was, I think Mike Tyson looked a little bit, may I say, pissed off when he walked up on the stage. Mike Tyson, or Jake Paul, I'm getting the names mixed up. Jake Paul sort of crawled up, as it looks like. We can't really get a full angle on it, but it looks like he just sort of crawled up on the stage. And I think Mike Tyson, he's so used to seeing his tiger crawl, and he probably misses it because he's not, I believe he's in Miami, but I'm not 100% sure. But I think he misses his tiger, so when Jake Paul crawled up, he looked semi like a tiger, because Jake Paul is not a small person, and I think he saw the tiger. And you know, Jake Paul or Mike Tyson always talks about keeping control of your tigers, because he has a pet tiger, as you guys would know by now. He always talks about making sure that it knows that you're the male alpha of the house, so you have to keep it in order, so it doesn't think it's in charge of you. So Mike Tyson, he saw Jake Paul going up on the stage. Jake Paul gets in front of him. They're about this close. He can't get a full extension because Mike Tyson's arms are probably about as long as mine, maybe a little bit longer. And I know that I didn't participate in the clipping, if you guys thought I was there in the crowd. No, I didn't, because I know a lot of people were hitting me up like, wow, bro, did you just smack Jake Paul? I saw his face was red. No, I did not. Please stop asking me that. But Jake Paul did get smacked by Mike Tyson, just to clarify. But he didn't get a full extension, so I'm knowing Jake Paul, he's not going to act like he's hurt, like Logan Paul did with Dylan Dennis. We got hit with the microphone. So he can't really act like he's hurting, because he has to fight tomorrow, actually. So, yes, I think that was the motive behind it. When he saw him crawl up, he figured, my tiger, and he just smacked him. He clipped him right in the face. A scooter clip. It's a very nice one. Honestly, if I had to rate the clipping that took place, the clipping, I mean smacking, it's all scooter clip, smack, I would say that's probably on a 7 or 6. Only because Jake Paul did not wobble, which if you're seeing it's Iron Mike Tyson, you would think that he'd be, whoa. He didn't, though. Also, it was with his right hand, so it should have been more powerful. But if you look closely, Mike Tyson's hand does this. I don't know if this is going to be an injury in the fight, but it looks like his hand bent a little bit like this, like how it would if you're slapping someone. This isn't power slap, so he shouldn't be doing that before the fight. I think it's very unprofessional. I probably would have done the same thing to Jake Paul if I saw him in person, but I probably would have done the same thing to Mike Tyson, to be honest, just to like show him. But I wasn't there, so obviously I couldn't. But yeah, so that's what I think about the clipping that took place. But okay, I know I didn't talk for too long on that section, but it's okay. You guys don't want to see me talk for more than a few minutes. It's okay. Like next video, I'll make it a little bit longer, because I know you guys probably want to hear me talk a little bit more about it and get to more depth. But okay, my picks are, so the main card, the main 2 fights is the women's fight. So I have the one woman that is wearing the lighter color shorts and the lighter color whatever they would call it, the lighter color fight pack, or the fight kit is what they call it in MMA. So I have that one winning. I know their names, but like you guys would probably know them better if I just said them, like by their fight kits. And for the main event, Paul versus Tyson, or may I say Jake Paul, problem child, versus Iron Michael Tyson. Iron Michael Tyson. I think what I'm going to be doing with my pick is, so if you look in depth, if we go back to the clipping that took place, it looks like it hurt Jake Paul. So when the clipping connected, Jake Paul seemed to, okay, his face moved, he didn't like wobble. I think if he gets hit with a few more of those in the fight, he could get knocked out. But we've seen Jake Paul do very good against other opponents, like Michael Perry, and the other people that he's faced in the past. So that's why I'm going to be going with Mike Tyson in this fight. But I also would go for Jake Paul in round 4 KO because I believe that his skills are okay, not on my level, but they're like there. Michael Tyson, I would probably give him a B on the clipping. So I don't know if that clipping is gonna be able to connect again in the actual fight, but it was a good clipping. I feel like if he hits Jake Paul with another few of those, he can knock him out. So like, I have a feeling Jake Paul's forehead has increased in sizes over the year, and I think that since the hair isn't going to be patting it down as much, if he gets hit with an overhand or an elbow by Michael Tyson, I think it's going to connect with the skin instead of the hair. His hairline's about up here now, so I think it will probably connect right here, and that will put Jake to sleep. And we all know, most of us, like most people I know, not me, if they got hit with that clipping, they would go to sleep. I wouldn't personally, but a lot of people I know would go to sleep in that situation. So that's why I have either Mike Tyson or Jake Paul winning that fight. And I'm going to give you guys my live reaction to it when it goes down. And so that's my picks on that. I know one of them is going to win the fight, and that's who I believe is going to win. And I think they're going to win by either knockout or decision, or it's going to go the distance and they're going to get a decision win. Maybe a submission if Jake Paul slips in a guillotine or a rear naked choke. I don't see it going to an armbar or triangle choke. I don't see anything like that happening, but I could easily see a submission going on here if the refs are on Michael's side, which I believe they will be. As you saw in the press conference, they seem to be on Michael's side a little bit. I think that if Michael comes in there and does a few clippings, I think maybe it would put Jake Paul to sleep. But let's not remember, Jake Paul has cardio, and so does Mike Tyson. They both have cardio. So it's basically like a fight. It's like a boxing match, kind of. And it's like, who's going to go the distance? It's like cardio. And then it's also like clippings. Like clippings are going to be happening during that fight. That's why we got to figure out who's going to win with the clippings. I do not think this fight's going to go to decision, even though I also think it could go to decision. But I think it could also go to decision or a knockout. But, yeah. I know I probably should speak more on this since it's such a big fight, but that's really this. Like, I just got, like, everything off my mind in that, pretty much. I actually did call out Jake Paul in the past. I wanted to box him or spar him. I know we probably want to get a big fight because I don't think he's big enough, like, to fight with me yet. Maybe not. Like, maybe if we're fighting Madison Square Garden, I can maybe book a fight there. But, no, I did call him out in the past. He somehow saw my video, but he didn't respond to it. It's okay, though. I want to see him fight Jake Paul. And, yeah, my final pick is, I think that either one of them could win the fight, either by knockout, decision, or sneaky submission. And that's my final pick. Either one of them could win in that. So that's my pick. And, that's all. I just wanted to get on here and make a short video about the clipping that took place. Make sure you guys all knew that I was watching it and I was almost got involved. I almost had to intervene. And, yeah. That's what happened. And, yeah, I'm going to sign off here. Good luck to both of the fighters and the 2 women fighters that I know about, but I just don't really want to talk about it right now because I definitely know them and stuff. But, yeah, I'm going to sign off and talk to you guys about it later.